I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Hello and welcome to Xero Uncut. My name's Xero.
And I'm Bobby. What is up?
Yeah, brilliant week in it so far. We've obviously had a busy week with the pay-per-views and then lots of news and some quite shocking things that have happened this past couple of days, which we need to get into. So,
I don't want to
Yeah.
speak for you, but I believe this is one of the most eventful weeks we've had
Yeah, oh, it definitely is.
in
Sure.
a while.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, literally, Triple H and Shawn Michaels have been cooking this week. So yeah, so we need to do that one. Well, let's start off with some news. Yeah.
If I would have just thought about it, I would have thought heading into NXT last night. All right, Sexy Red was showing up. Whatever. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, whatever. Then all of a sudden, somebody, returns technically, and then somebody debuts, and it was like, okay, we'll get into that. But holy moly!
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh man, what's up?
No, that's fine. Yeah, so sorry, no, I was just loading up my news bits. So,
I was about to say, did it happen?
yeah. I was loading up my news bits and bloody my laptop froze on me. So yeah. So first things first, and that we need to discuss then. So there is a couple of bits of AEW news. First of all, let's go into the TV deal. So it's come down that basically they are. Tony Khan's been presented with a few deals and a final deal from Warner Brothers Discovery, and he's not happy with it. He's not best impressed with it, and he's basically refused it. Some more info that's come out from it is apparently he wants Ring of Honor included in with the deal, and he basically they've refused it. So Warner Brothers Discovery said no. So obviously, so that's what's holding him back. And I also do believe as well it's the money as well, basically. So from it, I did hear a figure, but I'm obviously not going to mention that on here. But I did actually hear a figure that's been offered, and it's very low, basically.
Wait, what'd you say? You've heard of what?
I've heard a figure of how much it's obviously contracting,
figure.
and we discussed it last night, right? So. I was mentioning it to you last night, wasn't I?
I couldn't hear you. I was like, wait, what did he hear?
Oh, okay.
That's all I was asking.
Yeah. What do you think about the whole TV deal thing then at the moment then and stuff like that? Like, and obviously Tony refusing the deals and stuff, basically.
I mean, if what you told me was accurate or even close to accurate, that's not good. That's a big fall off.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. The exclusive window ends in July, I think it said.
Yeah.
I think. Don't quote me. But we're pretty much on June's doorstep. If like I said, if what you told me was accurate or even close to accurate, what's Tony Khan had a number and Warner had a number, and they were way off.
Well, Tony Khan, seriously, in his head, from what I last heard, was he was expecting $1 billion. Basically, he was literally expecting $1 billion for the whole streaming deal package.
When what he got? What did he get the last time? 175 million for
175 million, basically, for 4 years.
Was that just for Dynamite or did that include everything?
I think that was for Dynamite and Collision. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
No, they would have had to.
Or Dynamite and Rampage.
They would have had to throw in Collision in that. All right, let's just say for the sake of argument, they threw in 60 million for Collision.
Yeah,
whatever.
Okay, yeah.
That brings it up. You know what? Let's just make it a nice even number. Let's just say they threw in 75. That makes it 250 million for everything. That's divided by 4 shows. I'm not terrible at math. I don't have a calculator. But 250 million divided by 4 shows is what, like 60 million?
Yeah,
Something
but
like that?
but how they do it is that's that amount. So hang on, let me get my
Yeah, can you get a calculator? Because I'm
Yeah.
struggling.
Well, how it is though is that's the overall figure. So that would have been calculated over the 4 years. So over the 4 years, so for each year, they would have had 62.5 million, basically.
Okay, so I was close.
Yeah.
I said 60. Okay, so
Yeah.
60 million a year. Now they're offering what, 18 a year?
18 to
said?
20 it'll be, yeah. That's
So
the figure that we've obviously heard, yeah.
That price is cut in more than half.
Yeah, it's more than half.
In a third,
And
actually.
Yeah, and if you think about
give or take.
Yeah, and if you think about it as well, that's got to pay for contracts, production, and stuff like that. Now, Mercedes is on 5 million a year, and that. So if she's on 5 million a year, that's basically that's almost half your fucking budget gone already.
Well, isn't Okada on a decent amount too?
Yeah, and of course Moxley as well. He's on about 3 million as well. So literally, just with those 3 stars alone, that's close to your 18 million gone already. And then of course then you've got to pay for production and stuff like that. So I think this is what's making Tony Khan sort of panic a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, so that's that.
Panic.
So yeah,
Panic's a good one.
Yeah. Whilst we're also on the subject of AEW, then we might as well move on to some releases that have happened. So Jake Hager has been released from his he's not renewed his contract. Basically, they let his contract expire. Now I don't know whether that he never renewed it or whether it's AEW.
I think it expires like May 31st. So
it's already expired. That's Arn Anderson's. So Jake Hager's one's already expired.
I thought Hager's said May 31st. Maybe I blurred the two together. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
ours is May 31st, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I just blurred the two together.
Yeah. Arn Anderson is also leaving as well. He is leaving on the 31st of May, and people are putting 2 and 2 together because Cody Rhodes has come out and has turned around and said that he wants a manager, and like a classic wrestling manager that is well known with him. Obviously, everyone at first thought it was going to be Brandy, but now it's looking like it's going to be Arn Anderson. And he also went on a.
If those are the two choices, please let it be Arn Anderson.
Yeah,
please, for the love of God.
Well, he apparently as well, after Arn Anderson announced that he was leaving yesterday as well, Cody done a podcast or something, or on a podcast the same day. He said that he would love to work with Arn again. So obviously, people are putting two and two together, and obviously have worked out that Arn's obviously coming on in probably as Cody's manager. So it'll be sort of like a final testament thing, I expect, where he just shows up and rocks out with him and stuff, and just shows up, and it's just for those sort of couple of moment things there. So there's that one. And then the third one as well that's been announced is Mark Henry is leaving tomorrow. In fact, it is
May 31st, right? Which is it? I don't know what.
Yeah. Well, Mark Henry basically is leaving within the next couple of days. He'll be gone.
Yeah, Mark Henry's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, when did he first show up?
I can't remember. I think he's only been there I think so. Yeah. So he's had a good couple of years in there, but obviously he's just been commentary, hasn't he, or whatever.
Well, he showed up at Double or Nothing. I remember that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a 3-year deal, pretty much.
Yeah, but no, apparently, yeah. What I'm hearing from my side is he's going to come into WWE, but he's going to be a talent scout.
I think his wrestling days are over.
Yeah, well, he's going to be a talent scout, and he's going to be helping out at the performance center. So obviously, it's coaching some of the ones at the performance center, basically, which makes perfect sense. I think as well they'll probably offer him a Legends deal.
Yeah.
So then they can then have there's another one of those Raw special episodes or whatever. He can come out there and they can do bits and pieces of that. So he can show up there and stuff, and maybe show up in Saudi Arabia once or twice or whatever. Just to give him that pop over there. So that's that. That's sort of the AEW news for the minute. Couple of bits and pieces that have come down as well today. I know obviously it's always card subject to change, but this one has actually been announced directly by WWE.
Ain't
There's
happening.
no, this is a different one.
We
is a
will.
different one.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a different one.
So don't go on my rant. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't go on your rant. So this one's been announced for the SmackDown before Clash at the Castle today. So that is
I didn't see
yeah, you haven't yet. No. So the 14th of June in Glasgow, which is obviously where SmackDown will be before Clash at the Castle. WWE have officially announced today that Drew McIntyre will face off against Sheamus for the UK crowd, basically. So that's what they're doing. So even though they're from Raw, yeah.
Well, that's a dark match, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a dark match. Yeah, so that's going to be for the crowd
sure.
there. So yeah, so Drew's facing off against
cool.
Sheamus for that one. Yeah, so they get that one there. Apparently as well, because I asked a little bit about it, and there may even be camera crews there to capture a little bit. Well, there will be camera crews there because it's a SmackDown taping. So obviously they might film that a little bit as well, just for like future video sort of.
You should have Drew on that SmackDown. I mean, it is kind of like his home.
I would have thought so, yeah. I mean, they're more than likely going to do it. I mean, obviously, yeah, there's the whole draft thingy, but being in Scotland, they're gonna have Drew show up, aren't they? Really, he's going to show up on SmackDown that week. For sure.
I mean, you might as well get him for all you can, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like get that pop and everything there, and obviously you've got all the other Scottish superstars as well. So you've got Piper Niven. You've got
yeah, isn't it going to be Bailey versus Piper Niven?
Yeah, Bailey versus Piper. There's also been a tease for that as well because Bailey's come out and said that she would love to have Piper. She would love to have Piper Niven inside a steel cage for that event for the show as well. So
that'd be cool.
She's she put that out on Twitter basically. She turned around and said obviously after the whole Becky and Liv steel cage match which happened on Raw, which we will get into a little bit later on.
Yeah.
That Bailey tweeted out that she wants Piper Niven inside a steel cage basically. So that could be pretty cool for Clash at the Castle. Or is it for Clash or because it's a Clash, isn't it? That match.
Yeah, Clash at the Castle. That's the next favorite.
Yeah. So so that's what that's what she wants there. Obviously then there was one which is card subject to change, like what we were going to say, which apparently at the minute is advertised as
Is this my rant?
Yeah, this is So yes, at the minute then they've advertised for the Madison Square Garden show, which is after Clash at the Castle. I think it's June 28th or 29th.
Something like that.
It is going to be Damian Priest versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I can tell you now it's going to be card subject to change because by that point, Jey won't be a single star anymore. If what I'm hearing is going down.
And Drew's winning the belt.
So, so that's going to be card subject to change. I think that's literally just one that's been advertised at the arena. Because WWE haven't officially announced anything. It's obviously they've got a graphic in that for it, but that's a graphic that the arena's got. But we've seen this several times when they advertise things, like when they advertised bloody CM Punk for one of the events and stuff, like beforehand, and he just actually wasn't ever there. So, so that's obviously a bit there. But so that's a bit of news there. Don't really think much else has come down, has it? Really? Has much else come down?
Are we counting Becky as the news, or are we going to save that till Raw?
No, we'll save that for the little bit in a minute. Actually, we'll get to that later on. Because I'm going to go on a little rant about that one. Really, well, not really a rant, but I'm just going to say a few bits and pieces on that one. So we might as well get into it then. So this past weekend we had the pay-per-view King and Queen of the Ring live from Saudi Arabia. Hang on. I'm just loading up the.
I got to watch it on delay, but I still enjoyed it. Still, it's a great show.
Yeah, it was actually a good show. Yeah, I was winding you up when I because originally you turned around and said, "Oh, what was happening?" Originally I messaged you, didn't I? I was like, "Oh my god!" Dwayne just showed up and challenged Cody.
Yeah, on the pre-show.
Yeah, he was like, "No fucking way," But no, that didn't happen unfortunately. But we might as well get into it. So. We had on the pre-show talking about that then. So we opened up with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, where obviously Bianca and Jade took the win. That was expected to me. Did you watch? Yeah, you watched it, didn't you? So what did you obviously think? Oh, okay. Well, it was all right. It was only a quick match and stuff, but that's obviously a pre-show match. It would make sense, really. that is quick. They did debut though a new finisher move. I can't remember what it's called,
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't know about that.
but they both done a tag team. They debuted a new sort of tag team move that they done and stuff to end it with, rather than the normal one which they do. So that looked pretty cool. And then we then get into the main events then basically. So the show opened up officially with Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship, in which we now have a new Women's World Champion, that being Liv Morgan. What did you think about it all then, really?
It was a pretty good match. I didn't think the ending was going to go that way, but
No, I thought Becky was going to retain, but obviously they've pulled it
did
forward. Well, that
wait,
yeah.
Did I write down our predictions? No, I don't think I did.
No, I don't think you did. No, but that says to me now that Liv's holding that title, that means Rhea's going to be back sooner than we expect. I'm expecting her back now for SummerSlam. Heck, she might even be about for. Imagine she rocks up at Money in the Bank, and obviously does it that way, right? Just to set the match up then for SummerSlam.
Yeah, she could attack Liv after the match.
Yeah.
And then that sets up,
for it. So that was that one. We then move on then to the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, which involved Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed. Just a few obviously bits and pieces from this. We finally had Otis sort of turn as an effect. Well, it's a small turn there. Obviously, he went to go take out. He went to go and take out Bronson Reed, wasn't it? Was it Bronson or Sammy at ringside? And he accidentally took out Gable.
I think he was going to go. I think he was going to clothesline Sammy.
That was it. Yeah. And in the end, he actually ended up clotheslining. He ended up clotheslining Gable. Clotheslining Chad Gable, obviously enabling Sami Zayn to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Have you got anything you wanted to bring up on that one, really, or?
Really good match, and I thought it was really well done. I'm losing. Sorry, hold on. Bronson Reed, for a big man to do, what did he? I don't think he did a full backflip, but he did like a side flip.
Yeah.
For a man of his size, man.
Yeah.
Like, good on you, man. I can't. No, and Chad Gable coming out dressed as Rocky was phenomenal. They're them chanting "You suck." Sami Zayn is always going to be over with that Saudi crowd, which is really cool.
Yeah. So that's over there. So that was a really good match. Yeah, like I said, Sammy obviously came on, didn't he? And that, he was dressed up and everything like that. So that was so that's pretty cool there.
Sami Zayn's always going to be There's a few guys that when they go to Saudi, they're always super over. Sami Zayn is one of them.
Yeah, considering obviously he never went for years, did he? And that, and then he just randomly just started going again, and then
he didn't go till I believe it was last year.
Yeah, it was when Triple H took over. Basically, he didn't do it while Vince was there. I don't think.
Well, it wasn't because of that. It was because Syria and Saudi hated each other.
But what I mean is under Vince's ownership, he never went. He only started going when Triple H took over. That's what I meant. It's basically So
was Vince? Oh no, Vince was gone in 2022 at first.
Yeah. So
and then he forced his way back in 2023. Then he sold the company. Okay, no, technically.
Yeah.
Technically, Vince was gone.
Yeah. So as we were saying, so people like Sammy and that are massively over in Saudi Arabia when it comes to it. So
Orton, another one.
Orton, they sang his song, didn't they?
They love Orton and Saudi. They love that man.
Yeah, obviously he was in complete awe looking at that, they were all there singing his song over it. But then France really started that, to be fair.
Yep. France did it first, and France did it the best. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, to be fair, You wait till they do the pay-per-views over here. You wait till Clash. If Randy's on the card at Clash, they're gonna sing loud. That's louder than France. I can sense it now because us UK fans were passionate about it, and we don't like the French anyway as it is. So so we always like to try and one up the French, and I'll tell you now, we will one up the French when it comes to it. So yeah,
There you
basically.
go.
So we're going to move on then to the first Queen of the Ring. Well, we move on to the Queen of the Ring tournament finals, which was between Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria. Nia Jax obviously won that one, and she is now our new Queen of the Ring, which I know that Alex from Wrestle Buddy is absolutely loving big time. He's that's his favorite wrestler of all time, and he's the only thing is, though, is I've tried to make him wish her a happy birthday today because it is the tribal chief of the women's division's birthday today, which is obviously Nia Jax.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's her birthday today. I tried to make Alex wish her a happy birthday, but he said no, basically. So,
Did you see what she tweeted the other day?
No. What
She tweeted out some picture. I can't remember exactly what the movie was called, but it's a new movie starring Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Because they say she looks like her. And, and I mean, she kind of does, but she's like, no, this is not me in this movie. So I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
I don't remember what the movie was called off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that was that. And then we're going to move on then to the King of the Ring tournament finals, which was between Gunther and Randy Orton. I truly expected Randy to take this one so they can then set up the SummerSlam match, which obviously, we've mentioned, but yeah.
I thought this match went so much longer than it did.
Well, yeah, because looking at this, it says it was 21 minutes. It was at the end.
I thought it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying it. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Orton and Gunther killed it.
Yeah, they did. It was probably one of the best matches. The only problem is that was Randy's actually I can't speak.
Randy's actually Orton?
No, Randy's injured today, but Randy's injured from it now. So
like legit, or
yeah, that's why they've had to do the rematch at a later time, because otherwise they would have done it straight away. But obviously, the reason why we're getting to a rematch, which we'll get into, is the ending of the match. Orton actually had his shoulder up. And apparently Triple H never seen it. Of course he's seen it because it's obviously all storyline.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to get to Cody versus Randy at SummerSlam, but we'll get into that in a minute. And Triple H announced actually after King of the Ring went off air that due to he said the referee's decision is final, so Gunther is still at the moment declared as King of the Ring. But to be able to get the blemish off, the blemish off the record, basically, they are going to do a rematch for the official winner of the match.
I don't think
Randy's held up. So
I don't think they're going to take the King of the Ring away from Gunther. But
So
this is interesting what they're going to do, because there's a lot of different directions they can go with this for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite interesting. We might as well get into that one then. So, so before we then get into the main event, then, so the reason why we're saying about like SummerSlam and stuff, obviously, if anyone's been living underneath a rock or just hasn't really been paying attention, because I know surprisingly some people actually watch this to actually get the actual news. They don't bother paying attention to Twitter. They actually watch our video to do that. I've been told.
That's a mistake on your end, whoever you are.
That is a mistake. So Triple H obviously came out and announced that the King and Queen of the Ring gets title shots at SummerSlam against their relevant champion. So this is now led to Nia Jax versus Bayley at SummerSlam, and at the moment, at time of recording, it is going to be Gunther versus Damian Priest, obviously, but that is because the Clash at the Castle match has not happened yet.
Yep.
But then that way, then it could then mean that obviously if Drew wins, I'm going to say if, but obviously if Drew wins, when or if, but
when.
for the purposes of okay, you're saying when, but I'm saying if, right? Basically, if Drew wins, that match will then change to Gunther versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam.
For the second year in a row, which would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be, basically.
But I can't say I would hate it.
Yeah. No, that's true. So, but yeah, so that's so that was that, and then and then we then get into the main events then of the night, which was for the undisputed WWE Championship, which was Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Obviously, we had a bit of things in there where they had the whole brass knuckle stint again. Logan Paul doing his whatever it is, basically drinking a bottle of Prime on the fucking ring ropes and then jumping off and stuff onto Cody and.
That shot was amazing.
It was, yeah. Well, apparently Logan Paul. Did you see what he tweeted out? Because
he was behind it.
Because he sent the idea to Triple H to use drones and stuff to actually take that video of it. So that's why we obviously had such a great shot from that one, because that was actually Logan Paul who wanted to do, as he said, it's something that's never been done in professional wrestling, basically. Before.
That was crazy, and I was waiting for Cody to move, and he didn't, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Yeah. So we so that's how it ended. That was apparently the longest match of the night, which was 24 minutes. So only 3 minutes more than Gunther and Orton.
I swear, watching it, I thought Gunther and Orton went like a half hour. I swear.
So I thought, yeah. So but no, it's So that's that. So that was that one. So so we'll get in then to we'll just mention a little bit from Raw. So obviously, Raw, you wanted to open up with you wanted to mention about the promo and that obviously opened up. So I'll leave you with that one a minute. I need to go and have a drink and stuff. So so Raw opened up them with a promo involving a certain number of people. I'll just leave Bobby with this one to explain this one for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was McIntyre, Priest, and Gunther talking about the future. Drew is great. Priest is a little stale on the mic. Gunther is great. They're setting up the future for sure. Like I said, there's plenty of different directions they can go. I'm still banking on Drew winning that belt in Scotland, so I'm hoping it's Drew versus Gunther.
Yeah. The only thing is, though, and this is what's making me a little bit confused in relation to this, is what do they do with Punk at SummerSlam? Because the whole thing was they were
maybe he's not ready.
Well, yeah. Well, this is the thing, because this is either saying to me that he's either not ready, but then I'm hearing he's going to be ready for Clash. So this is the confusing thing, is if it's obviously going to be Gunther versus Drew at SummerSlam, does Punk just not wrestle? And like, do they hold Punk off from wrestling until maybe the end of the year or something, or like give him an extra couple of months or whatever just to be ready?
I mean, he's older now.
Yes.
Tricep, bicep, what was it?
Yeah, so it could be that. But so I mean, so that's the whole thing, see. So this is what's confusing me, see, is obviously if Drew's winning it, and that obviously means then that you're having Drew versus Gunther, so then you're not then gonna end up having CM Punk at SummerSlam, which is obviously one of their biggest events.
Yeah.
Unless he obviously comes out and he's involved in the match somehow, either as referee or
unless they do what I originally booked.
What was that?
You do Gunther versus Orton.
Yeah.
It ends in a double count out, double DQ, whatever.
Yeah.
Cody challenges them both for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then that leads to CM Punk versus Drew for the belt at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that can work, can it? So, Well, as I was always saying to you, wasn't it? Yeah, is that obviously the rematch between obviously Orton and Gunther, I think they're going to end up going 1-1. So then that win, and so Orton can then turn around and say, "Well, I beat Gunther, I should get the title match." So so they can either do it that way, and then either Gunther then faces someone like Ilya or whatever if they don't put him in the title one, and that's like so maybe then they take the title shot away from him and give it to
I mean, I guess they could do that, but that's slippery slope for sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I mean, so this is the thing, but unless you do then get the 2 title matches and stuff, and it just happens that Randy wins the rematch, to obviously make it 1-1, and then and then they sort of do it that way. So that could obviously, and then Orton can then someone say, "I want Cody at SummerSlam," basically.
You could do something like Orton beats Gunther round 2, then they do a best of 3, winner of that gets the title shot.
Yeah. So I mean, they could do that, couldn't they? So, but I don't know. I don't know what the plans is for that one. But yeah, that's that.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, well, here's the thing: if Drew loses, God forbid, at Clash, where they're going is obvious.
Yeah.
If Drew wins, then there's chaos.
The only other thing that we've got to take into mind, though, is we're speculating this now, but we've still got Clash at the Castle to come, and we've still got Money in the Bank before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So technically, because don't forget, things have happened where you have title matches at Money in the Bank and people cash in the same day. So I mean, I don't know whether they would obviously do that, but there's obviously those options there, and you've obviously got all that there. The only other way which they can possibly save it is Punk wins Money in the Bank.
Oh, for the love of God, no.
And then but then he can then tease it then throughout all of SummerSlam. So maybe then his music hits, he comes out during the match and then teases it that way.
I don't want to see CM Punk winning the Money in the Bank.
I can't see CM Punk winning it. I think we're going to get a return of the trouble.
For the third time, Punk winning Money in the Bank?
No, I think we're going to get a return of the Tribal Chief at Money in the Bank. And he's going to shock the world and win the Money in the Bank.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking is it's going to be like Lesnar style and that. And I personally, it's just, I don't think, I'm not 100% on it, but that would be a moment if they do like the whole Lesnar style, they announce an unknown sick, there's like a spare slot or something because someone gets took out on the day of the event. But I say maybe the Bloodline takes somebody out, or heck, even if it's not the Bloodline, someone gets injured by somebody else in that during the event. They're like, oh yeah, who's the sick person? Nobody rocks up in that first of all. Then literally 5 minutes before the ends, you just hear Roman's music blast out, and that place will literally erupt. The entire ring will probably just stand still, I expect, and just start acknowledging him. That's what they need to do. The whole place should just stand still and just acknowledge him, and then sort of take it from there, really. So Bobby's obviously seen something that he's reading.
So my iPad doesn't have all my numbers saved for my phone. It's weird, so I have to look through.
Okay.
I got a text from somebody I didn't expect to hear from today.
Okay. So that's what I reckon. Oh, hang on. Yeah,
what was that?
Give me 2 seconds. You carry on talking.
What is that? The bat signal? Zero's disguised as Batman, unfortunately, guys. So he's the bat signal was thrown up to the sky, and Zero's got to go, unfortunately. But back to the Drew McIntyre thing. If he doesn't win, we riot. If he doesn't win, we're done with WWE. We pledge our allegiance fully to AEW. Zero already knows that. 0-0 if you agree. Perfect. See, guys, he said it. We're going to AEW if Drew McIntyre does not win that belt in Scotland. Because we've had enough, quite frankly. And yes, I don't know what he's doing. I don't even know what that was. Was that his cell phone? I don't know where he is. That's so funny. Yes, but wrestling, man, what a crazy heck. What, 3 days? There's Saturday, Queen and King of the Ring. Sunday was Double or Nothing. Jungle Boy got set on fire. Literally. Raw was really good with that ending. NXT was just crazy. And yeah, picking up right now. Usually this time of year is dead for wrestling. Post-Mania Blues, on the road to SummerSlam.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Well, did you hear what I was saying?
No, I didn't know. I took my headphones off.
I was like, oh, the bat signal's going off. Zero's gotta go.
No, that's what we were discussing before we came on air. That's what we were discussing. They've just rocked up, but it's fine. So.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah. But yeah,
it's fine.
I was like, they sent the bat signal to the sky. Zero's gotta go.
Yeah, no,
he's gotta go save his country.
Yeah. But that's what it was. But no, yeah. So as we were saying, then so that was well, where were we before that went off?
I don't know.
All right, well, we'll move. Oh yeah. We were talking about the whole Drew and stuff like that thing. So that's fine. But yeah, so I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying about Roman and stuff. So what I personally want to see, and what I did hear a little niggling of it basically is, so you could have that whole Lesnar style thing where the sixth person's not announced because someone gets took out. Roman's music hits, the entire arena just stands there and just acknowledges Roman, and that after they obviously go mental for it, he just comes out, takes everyone out, climbs the ladder, grabs it. Because in that winning as well, you can then have him then like where he's a free agent, you could literally have him stalking like on every brand, and that, but then mainly sort of like aiming towards Cody and stuff. And obviously, as I've seen a lot of people say in a couple of group chats that I'm in, is it would make the Cody fans sweat because he could literally cash in at any time, and and having Roman with that briefcase and that, and Cody as a champion, that will make all the Cody fans sweat because you don't know when he's going to pull it out and stuff, and and like Cody could literally do like a big match where he's like maybe if they do end up obviously doing not maybe if they do, but say like it does end up then being Orton and Cody at SummerSlam, and literally Orton's like literally completely destroyed Cody and stuff, and like Cody's only literally barely just won by like a crossroads or whatever. Then Roman's music just hits and he just comes out and cashes in. That's that's one of those you start wiping sweat off the top of your head like
anybody but Cody at this point. So
yes, that's obviously that one.
I'm game.
I mean, that's obviously, I will say that's not a report. That's obviously just like a little thing.
Oh no, he's reporting it. He's locking it in.
All right, okay, fair enough. So that's yes. So that's that one there. Then we might as well move on and then to the end of Raw. So we obviously have two things. So obviously we had the rematch, which Becky said that she had a rematch clause, which WWE haven't had rematch clauses in their contracts for a good couple of years now. So that's quite a shocker when she did that one. So we had Becky versus Liv inside a steel cage for the rematch for the title.
Which was a good match.
It was a good match. Obviously, then, so the ending of it, Braun Strowman essentially caused Becky to lose after Dominic obviously came out because of the whole Dominic and Liv thing and that. And and Braun Strowman came out to chase JD McDonough. And he obviously, as Becky was about to leave the cage, he slams the cage door on Becky, and that's so.
I just hear Braun Strowman's music, and I'm like,
huh? Braun Strowman was the last person who I suspected to cause Becky to lose.
Like I forgot they were doing that thing where he was chasing JD the whole night. I forgot about that.
No, it was like,
I hear the music, I'm like, Braun?
Yeah, but no, I was like, Braun Strowman was not the person who I expected to end, basically. That's like essentially end that match.
And heck of a... It was Dom he sent into the cage door, right?
Yeah, it was, I think. Yeah.
Heck of a bump for Dom with one functioning arm.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was that. And then obviously so Liv actually retained. And then after that, we then had
I didn't see, thank you to USA Network.
We actually had a moment. Hold on, let me see if I've actually still got it on here. I might have it. Bear with me. I believe I've got it. Let me just double check. I've definitely got it. Yes, I do. Right. So let me just double check that that's definitely the right one because I've got most of them all labeled exactly the same name on here. So I'm just trying to, because I've downloaded them directly from the thingy. So after the match, then we had quite a moment which has essentially broken the internet. I do believe I've read somewhere that it is 60 million within 15 hours of it being uploaded.
Sounds about right.
So let's just see. I believe this is the right one. So this is the video that we're on about. It's a small clip of it. Yeah, so that was the end of Raw. So Dominic, Dom and Liv kissed. Well, you say Dom and Liv. Basically, Liv pulled him in and basically like started like
Dom no sold it.
Yeah,
He's a brave man.
I did like though. Dom, did you see Dom's tweet the following morning?
Didn't he just say like fuck or something?
Yeah, he literally he put out a meme that, and it was just basically just saying, "Well, fuck." Basically, just that. So Dom's in a bit of trouble, I expect, from that, because not only is obviously he's married in real life, but he's also got Mammy to deal with when Rhea Ripley comes back. So that's going to be fun. So I have been saying though, at the moment, obviously the internet went mental for that with Liv and Dom basically like kissing and stuff.
Yeah.
You just wait till Liv and Rhea kiss.
Again,
That's
I
going to break
didn't-
everything.
Again, I didn't see it until I saw
Yeah.
a tweet after the fact saying, "Oh, they kissed." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, but no, like I'm
I
saying.
just sent you a picture for our NXT recap.
Oh, okay.
So just if you want to download it.
Okay, is it a picture? Is it? I don't know if I can put images on. I can only do videos for the minute. Yeah,
It's up to
I can't.
you.
Yeah, it won't let me upload that for the minute because I haven't got the premium StreamYard, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah. So actually, I might be able to.
Just
yes. So
just in case, you know.
yeah, just in case. Yeah. So as I was saying, I personally believe as well she's going to get round to the Judgment Day because she's been like with everyone like that. So you wait till she kisses Rhea Ripley. That'll break the internet. 60 million in 15 hours. That's going to be broken. That'll be like what? Literally like 200 million in like 15 minutes. More like it'll be probably if that obviously happens. I've been winding people up, and you know the whole Edge and Lita segment.
I saw that meme.
Yeah.
Dom and Liv next week.
Yeah, it was just like Dom and Liv next week on Raw. So yeah, if Triple H pulls something like that, I'll just die. I'll just die if they obviously pull that one there. Yeah, so that was that done. Yeah, so and talking about that as well, obviously Becky Lynch, she's now there's loads of rumors going around that she's leaving, and there's stupid people online who truly think that she's going to end up going to AEW. Alex being obviously one of them, our friend from Thingy, because he obviously tweeted out, "Would you like to see this at AEW, whatever it is?" I can't remember which paper it was. All in, yeah, with Becky versus Mercedes Moné, which obviously isn't that fucking happening at all. Becky's not going to AEW. She's signed with WWE. And stuff, so she's
a piece of news just popped into my head. It's AEW related, but continue. Sorry.
So she's not going to AEW. She's signed with WWE. She's going on a break. This break is
she's technically not signed with WWE. Her contract is done this week.
She signed. Trust. She signed. It's storyline.
I don't trust you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's storyline. But no, it's all storyline.
Okay.
I'm used to this, so I'm not even going to bother arguing it out.
You just said, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, she's taking her planned break that was meant to be in after WrestleMania, which is for a couple of weeks.
That one, of course, I agree with because she was going to be off, but Rhea got injured, and they were like, "Yeah, we need you back, Becky," and it was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Well, apparently Becky actually agreed to do it. She turned around and said, "Would you like me to delay my break a little bit to be able to obviously like
that a girl
while injured?" So the way which I can see them doing it is the reason why they haven't. I keep getting asked why haven't they announced like she's re-signed or anything like that. Obviously, if she has, and the reason behind that is they're going to keep it as a surprise. Why would you announce like one of your biggest stars on Raw, as being signed and everything when your camera's gone off, by the way? All right, okay, yeah.
Done it on purpose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's why would you announce your biggest sort of like one of your biggest stars in that on Raw, who they've got the whole thing of is she going anywhere, and obviously after that loss as well, like they can literally now take a good couple of weeks off and that come back for say SummerSlam, and she could be the reason why Liv loses her title at SummerSlam. That return there, Becky just literally just shows up, and somebody brought up a good point earlier on who I was talking to. Could they turn her heel? Could they turn Becky heel and basically have her come back and like I said, cause Liv to eventually lose that title at SummerSlam and that for it, and obviously do it that way, which I could potentially see they might do it basically. So yeah, which that could be an option is turning her heel and everything out and obviously sort of do it that way. Yeah. Well, before we get into anything else, then what was the other bit of AEW thing?
That idiot Edge.
I was actually about to mention that one because I uploaded the wrong video originally, and I've actually got a video now. So, which I've not actually watched the video, so this will be a thing. But
it's not like you can't see it in the moment. So
no, I'm not about that video. Basically, okay, right, yeah. So Edge has fractured his tibia during the match.
he broke his leg pretty much.
Yeah, he broke his leg.
He decided to jump off the top of a cage at 50 years old, and he
Yeah.
decided to land on his legs.
Yeah,
which was a
which is
mistake.
stupid. Yeah, but no,
I don't know what he was thinking on both ends, but
no. Well, the video which I was on about was basically the following day. Edge took to his Twitter.
That video. Okay.
Yeah, and he announced he's out for surgery now.
Yeah,
it's going to be 4 to 6 months. I think people were saying for a normal tibia fracture like that, it's like 4 to 6 months or something, and they're out for. So yeah, so that's
You're Edge. You are 50 years old.
What do you think? Do you think they're just going to like keep the title on him for this long, or are they going to do a title tournament?
No. They're stripping them. They have to.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no
Then
way.
maybe then do like a tournament then or something like that, and basically then to like sort of decide what they're going to.
It's not like he is out for like 2 or 3 weeks. There's no way.
No. Yeah, no, definitely not. So
I think I know who the next TNT champion is, and I'll lock it in right now.
Who do you think?
Jack Perry.
Fair enough. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okada has the Continental.
Yeah.
The Bucks have the tag.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
So yeah, more than likely would be
or Daniel Garcia, but I'm leaning Jack Perry.
Yeah. So yeah, so that on there. Yeah, I mean that's an option there. No, obviously, yeah, so we might as well move on into one of the big moments of this week. So NXT, we don't normally cover NXT, but
no, we don't. But as soon as NXT ended last night, I said, Xero, we have to cover NXT. I messaged Xero. I said we have to cover NXT this week. Like, there's no.
Yeah. I was just like, yep. It's okay with it. Just straight back. Yep. No arguments for that one. No debating it. It was just literally
just like holy moly from start to finish.
Yeah. Well, they obviously it obviously started off with WrestleVotes obviously teased that something had been held by. There was no show plans for a reason. There was like something big going on and stuff like that. Now, the whole rumor going around all day was for Roxanne's. This is the way they've done this is quite clever. WE leaked that Roxanne's opponent was going to be that Julia or whatever from Stardom. That's what they leaked. Okay. Yeah, that's what got leaked. That was the original leaked plan. That one was that it was going to be Julia from that Stardom or whatever it is now, where she's joined up to. And obviously, like I believe Fightful and stuff like that reported that. So it was a good way how they've done this. Now, and then it then turned around to Tegan Nox as well. There was reports of Tegan Nox and that coming down to NXT, and that was the
interesting.
Yeah, because Fightful have confirmed that she's meant to be having a run and stuff, and it could have been as soon as possible. So then the rumors then turned into that it was Tegan Nox versus
that would have been a letdown.
Yeah,
okay.
And then for the practice, which is obviously like a couple of hours before the show, they actually were playing Lita's music, and that's obviously trying to do it that way. Now, I mentioned it to Bobby, and I was like, they're playing Lita's music and that, and the rumor is Lita and that at NXT, and you were obviously like, no fucking way, basically.
I told them to shut up.
Yeah, basically.
I really did.
Yeah, but no, but
Lita at NXT, I would have been like, okay, sure.
Yeah, so the practice session which they basically done, it had Lita's music on it for it. Now obviously it obviously never ended up being that. We might as well get into it. So Roxanne was obviously back there. Actually, let's do this a different way. Hold on, we'll do this a different way. I've got the video because somebody actually asked me for the video. So luckily, this is what I was downloading before we came on air. This is why I was a little bit delayed. Okay. So Roxanne Perez obviously is going to be defending her title at Heatwave, isn't it? If I remember
Battleground.
Battleground, that's it. Yeah, I don't know where I got Heatwave from. And
Heatwave's in July.
So Roxanne. I'll just play the video. So this is how it obviously all came together. So this was them announcing Roxanne Perez's opponent last night.
Roxanne, you will be defending that women's championship at Battleground against... Who is it?
Yep, you've seen that right. It's TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace. That was a moment that got a pop. That place actually exploded as well.
I heard the sirens, and I said, "Braun Breaker."
Yeah, that was the thing. He was in
For a split second.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, he was in our group chat. And he was like, "Braun Breaker." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I was like, I mean, cool. And then I saw Jordan Grace. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I would not have predicted that one.
No, yeah. So it's.
I thought Lita was out of left field. Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Jordan Grace. Yeah. So and
that was not all.
No, that wasn't all. Well, we'll get into that one in a minute, but I'm going to go on a bit of a thing in a minute. So, So the reason behind this is they're doing a lot of crossovers between now TNA and NXT. Now, I will just say it's just NXT. There's been people dream match booking all fucking day, like, oh, let's have bloody Joe Hendry and R-Truth do a segment, and let's have bloody Moose versus Roman and bloody Moose versus Cody and stuff like that. Basically, no, it's NXT only. It's NXT stars and TNA, and that's what it is. It's to give more time for some of the NXT stars some TV slots on, obviously on TNA, vice versa and stuff like that, and they can get them both on both shows that way to obviously promote them to try and get more viewers for both shows. Because then, of course, then you can then get TNA's viewers watching NXT. NXT viewers will now be watching TNA as well to obviously then try and, find out where the storyline goes and everything from there. Now, Jordan Grace won't be the only person involved in this. She's not the only sort of crossover and stuff like that. There will be a fair few more, including over the next couple of weeks. I would keep your eyes glued to TNA if you can, and also to NXT, because this is just the start of it. They have got a pay-per-view coming up. I can't remember what it's called, but they have got a pay-per-view coming up at some point.
Isn't it Slammiversary?
No, Slammiversary is not until July. They've got one in June, but it's something like...
Oh.
It's one in Chicago. And I think it's a play on words with AEW, because it's like...
I can look it up.
It's All Out or something, I think it is. Hang on.
All Out?
No, it's... No, hang on. It is Against All Odds. That's it. Against All Odds.
Oh, okay. I was just about to look it up. Yeah.
No, yeah. So it's TNA Against All Odds, and that's in June. Now, a couple of us have got some information that something big involving NXT stars is going to be happening then, and obviously leading up to the tapings that weekend as well, which TNA do. So that's obviously one to watch, and then Slammiversary as well is still going to continue through to there. Like we said, Jordan Grace is not going to be the only person there. Now, it's going to be quite interesting because Roxanne's obviously put her title on the line with against Jordan Grace. Now, if Jordan beats Roxanne, that means that basically she'll be taking the NXT Women's Championship to TNA.
I don't know if that will happen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Because the thing is, though, is obviously like, are they going to follow suit, though, and obviously have Roxanne beat Jordan? Because then you're then going to have the people then to say, oh, look, WE are doing the exact same thing as what AEW did and burying the TNA stars. So that match is either going to end in a double count out or a DQ or something like that, basically. So either neither of them lose for it, or officially they end it and say DQ. So then Roxanne still retains the title or whatever. I mean, if Jordan wins and she takes that, and she takes the title to TNA, that will elevate that title up quite a lot. For a little bit for it, in my personal opinion. For that. So that's going to be quite fun there. And I was explaining to Bobby beforehand as well, because Bobby said, oh, yeah, where did this all come from? Now, if you actually deep dive into TNA a little bit, obviously TNA / what it used to be called Impact, you'll find out that they're actually part of Endeavor. And obviously Endeavor is owned by TKO. So the whole Endeavor TKO thing, that explains why this whole thing has come together now. Because, if you've got a brand underneath one of your other whatever it's called, basically one of your like sister companies,
umbrellas.
No, it's I can't remember what it's called. It's basically like a sister company. So if you've got
brother, I've heard of it.
Yeah, sort of like So if you've got a brand underneath one of your other companies and that's underneath your sort of major brand name, you're going to use them. You're trying to get as much money as what you physically can do out of them. Now, TNA is like they're like part of Endeavor Streaming or something. So that's where this has all come from. It's sort of something along to do with that, basically. So that's where it's all sort of happening from, is from that sort of route there. So we're in for some fun times in relation to this. And like I said, keep an eye on NXT the next couple of weeks because it's only just getting started. And apparently next week's meant to be bigger than this week. So I don't know what the hell they're going to put on next week. But
NXT just.
NXT's
Did you see what Shawn Michaels changed his profile pic to?
It's him in Sexy Red, isn't it?
No, it was him as a chef.
Oh yeah, him as a chef. That's
cooking.
So that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this man.
Talk about it as well, actually. Yeah. So another couple of points as well, whilst I mentioned it. So obviously, Sexy Red, the rapper, it's been announced that she is going to be the host for NXT Battlegrounds, which is a week Sunday. That one is. And they also unveiled, she also unveiled the new North American Championship for the women's last night. It looks pretty cool. That belt actually looks really good, to be quite honest with you.
For sure.
Obviously, it's just the normal North American Championship, but just with a white strap instead, which obviously falls in line with the women's stuff there. Now we're getting to the ending bit. So, so the ending bit, Bobby's really excited to talk about this one, I think, as well, is
I'm a big
NXT.
fan.
So Trick Williams was obviously in the ring. He had just finished his match up. And it was Lash Legend came out, and obviously she came up because it was that whole thing about who's been attacking. What are they called?
Metaphor.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was like 504.
Find out who's been attacking it. Now she was accusing Trick. Trick came to take the microphone, and all of a sudden the lights went off, and lights came back on, and somebody was actually attacking Trick. Now, I'll let Bobby go into this one, so you can then obviously then sort of go for it because I know you wanted to mention this one. So over to you.
I am a big fan. The lights went out, and all of a sudden they come back on, and someone is beating Trick Williams senseless. And I can't see who he is at first. He's going to town. All of a sudden he pops up. I see his face. I was like, "Whoa!" And do you have the picture or no?
No, it wouldn't have loaded.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I can do this a little. Where are we? Ethan Page attacked Trick Williams, and Ethan Page has signed with NXT. That's me with him and Scorpio Sky. This was summer of 2022.
Yep. It's weird though because obviously we were saying this beforehand. You've met all these wrestlers, and they all of a sudden joined WWE.
Yep.
Like Chelsea Green. What's the other ones?
Chelsea Green. Emma came back for a little bit. She's released now. Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go over the list. I can't remember all the ones.
But yeah, so basically, so the bottom line is Bobby's met all these wrestlers and then they all of a sudden show back up. So
they show up to WWE, and Ethan Page, incredibly nice guy. He threatened. He saw my Orange Cassidy shirt and he ripped open the Sharpie. He's like, "I'll show you a lesson." And he was getting like drawn on Scorpio Sky. I was like, "Whoa, dude, we have to buy him a new shirt if you do that. Relax."
Fair enough.
Scorpio was like, "We ain't doing that."
So the bottom line of it is basically whoever Bobby meets basically comes back pretty quickly after he's met them.
Or comes to WWE.
Yeah, or comes to WWE. So
Braun Strowman was 2 weeks later.
Yeah, so what we need now then is you need to meet Roman, you need to meet Rock, and you need to hurry them back basically.
I've met Seth. Well, Mandy Rose. I've met Mandy Rose.
That's what we need to do then to end this whole thing. Then, to end this whole thing, then you just need to go and meet Becky, and we know she's definitely coming back. If you're meeting Becky, we know she's definitely coming back that way. So
I've met her husband.
That'll do then. That'll do. Yeah, she's definitely coming back then because you met her husband. It passes on basically, but no, Becky's definitely coming back anyway. It's going to be a whole shock back to me.
I've met MJF.
But then he returned to AEW, didn't he? And he got a stupid tattoo as well, basically. So Yeah,
Listen,
he's done
I
Cody in reverse.
I met Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ethan Page guy. I think he was criminally underused in AEW.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this on the show before, or at least maybe on WrestleBuddy, that I'm a big fan. And I'm happy. I feel like I did not expect him to show up in WWE. I really didn't.
No.
But I am extremely happy for him.
Yeah. I was shocked when he showed up in WWE because I thought he at least might have gone to TNA or something like that, basically. But
I didn't think he was coming to WWE because I thought he was doing like indie shows for a while. He was doing conventions too. And
well,
I was
he's still booked for one, I think. He's still booked for one in a couple of weeks.
An indie show?
Maybe an indie show, yeah.
Maybe they'll allow it.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H said, "You booked it with us before signing. That's cool."
Yeah, basically, yeah. So do that,
finish it out.
Yeah, finish out. Finish your indie shows and stuff. Get your dollar in and stuff like that in alongside of it. So carry on doing that way. So get your performances and that in there. But
But I'm very happy. Is he on the roster yet? Did they put him up?
I'm not sure, but obviously he's officially signed, so he's
yeah. I would. Could you imagine he wasn't signed? It's like, wait, what?
yeah, but as some people were saying last night, though, he could have been part of the TNA crossover. He could potentially have showed up and then gone to TNA or whatever, but no, he's officially signed with NXT. He's on the he's part of NXT now. So so good luck to him.
I'm trying to load my internet. Is it loading? So that's fine.
I've suddenly become a fan now, basically, of Ethan Page, and he's now joined NXT. What a surprise there, isn't it? Basically,
I've been since he rocked up in AEW. I was like, this guy is actually very talented, and I don't know what AEW saw in him that they didn't push the guy, because I don't think they even gave him a title at all. Like, they gave him title shots, but like
no. Yeah, hang on. I'm just trying to check here. So I'm on the actual roster.
I'm on the website too. No, he is not there because I'm past the E.
Maybe because he hasn't officially announced it on TV, isn't it? So
yeah, I mean he'll be there eventually for sure.
Yeah. So
well, actually, let's go to the actual roster page. This is just NXT. Current superstars.
I don't think he's on there. I haven't seen him on there. I don't think so.
I mean, if he's not on NXT, I can't imagine. Duke Hudson, Eddie Thorpe. Yeah, no. Idris Menofe, Electra Lopez. Yeah, no, he's not on the regular roster either.
Yeah, no.
I'm past the E's.
So so they haven't actually announced him yet then. So, but no, he's definitely signing stuff and all that. So that's cool. So it's been a big week, and like I said, it should be getting bigger next week as well. Leading into Clash at the Castle for the main roster, and obviously NXT Battleground for NXT, obviously.
So we'll do some predictions next week.
So for that one,
Actually, we got predictions the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have done. Yeah, actually, you're thinking about it. Yeah, so we'll get them done. Now, before we obviously go off, then so that's the show this week. Just obviously a few things then. So keep an eye out for me and Bobby this Friday because we're doing a live stream, aren't we? For
3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time that is for me. I think that's about 8 p.m. for me. So it's like 8 p.m. for me. Yeah.
Come on, you should know this by now.
Yeah, but our clocks change again soon, so I wasn't sure which week it was. Yeah, they change again. They change all the fucking time. So
why?
Actually, no. I don't know whether it's this soon or whether it's not for a couple of months yet. But I can't remember what it is.
We only change in March and October.
I think that could have been us. I might be getting confused with something else. But so this Friday, then me and Bobby will be doing a Masked Singer live stream. That's obviously for the entertainment side of things that we do. That's obviously just after the epic finale that happened last week, just to obviously just recap the series and stuff, and we'll obviously sort something out that way. So we'll see you Friday. Are we doing that live? Is that a live one? Is it?
Of course, I don't do that.
Yeah. So anything on Bobby's one then and his live. So join us in that in the comments if you wish to. I guess on there. We'll bring the Xero fan base over because that normally gets the hits on Bobby's videos if I bring the Xero fan base over for it.
Yep.
We'll do that one. Anything else that you want to plug or anything?
Go watch the stream on Friday. Go watch all my videos. Make sure there we go. Gotta get it ready.
Yep. There's the buttons there. So as it says there, so hit that like button. like and subscribe to myself, which is obviously at New Zero on Twitter, and obviously on YouTube as well. Bobby's Breakdowns or Bobby's Breakdown on Twitter. Obviously, we better give a shout out to Alex as well over at Wrestle Buddy. So that's at Wrestle_Buddy for Alex. And also, I do need to say shout out to our business partners, the Two Heads Podcast, again as well. So keep an eye out on our streams and everything. There's going to be a couple of interesting things coming up.
And I'll be doing
yeah.
a video for the Masked Singer too.
socials.
That will probably come out Monday.
Yeah, fair enough.
And yeah, after that, I don't know.
So that's that. So thank you for watching again this week. We will see you next week. It might be on time. I've already explained this to Bobby, but I will remind him again as we go off there. So it might be on time next week.
We might have to do. Is that the week we might have to do another day?
Yeah. But obviously, but I'll let you know. Obviously,
okay.
We'll talk about it.
I'm just trying to remember off the top for.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it
because there's a good chance I'll forget.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So we don't know when we'll see you next week. It could be a different day. It could be Wednesday still. It might be Thursday. Not sure yet. But we will. Well, we'll see what we can sort out. So So we will see you next week at some point. And this is Xero signing out.
And I'm Bobby. We will see you next time. Later.
Goodbye.